Hey natural beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cherie with another video here, and as you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing a clay mask to detox and clarify my hair. Now, clay masks are a great way to cleanse your hair and your scalp and just kind of reset your scalp and your curls after you've been using, heavy products, and you want a more natural or Ayurvedic way to cleanse your hair. Now in this bowl you can see that I have some Moroccan red clay. I also added some vinegar. I added a little bit of the hair tea rinse that I mixed up last week, and if you haven't seen that video, I encourage you to check it out. I'll link it below, and also possibly up here in the cards. I also added some distilled vinegar. I was out of apple cider vinegar, but distilled vinegar will also work as well if you want a little bit of extra cleansing and to add to balancing the pH of your hair. And I also added a little bit of the Africa's Best herbal oil, as well as some bentonite clay, because I didn't have quite as much red clay as I thought, and I just wanted to get those extra cleansing and detoxifying benefits. Now, Moroccan red clay masks have been used for centuries to help with a variety of hair and skin and even internal issues. The mask can essentially unblock clogged hair follicles, aid in scalp problems like psoriasis, dandruff, due to many of its anti-inflammatory and antiseptic properties. Also, red clay can nourish the hair with its high mineral content. The remineralization softens the hair and helps with detangling and reducing frizz. As you can see, I also added a bit of detoxifying bentonite clay into this mixture as well. I'm trying to get it to a nice creamy pudding-like consistency, so that's why I decided to add both clays this time. But bentonite clay I've used here on my channel several times before. It's also known as Aztec clay or like Aztec healing clay. Many people can find on Amazon. You can even find this in Walmart these days. It's very beneficial as well. It's another natural miracle for your hair and your scalp. It is also antimicrobial. It helps with irritated or flaking scalps, in addition to psoriasis and seborrheic dermatitis. Bentonite clay contains a mixture of natural minerals that are beneficial for your hair and can encourage hair growth. It moisturizes, it conditions, it softens, and also reduces frizz. Now, bentonite clay does need water to activate and attract toxins for elimination. That's one thing that the minerals in the clay help to do for your hair, is that the metals will pull out impurities from your hair and your scalp. As long as you mix it properly. It is discouraged to use any metal as far as the bowl or the spoon that you use to make your clay, because it can absorb all of the metal from the bowl or spoon and it may not work properly for your hair. And this kind of I call it like a chocolate pudding consistency. This is the consistency, or even looser if you prefer, is what you want to have before you start applying this to your hair. You want to also make sure your hair is wet already prior to adding this, because it helps the application process and less of a drying out effect once you start putting this on. and we're ready to go. It's really a pretty easy process. Once you have all the ingredients and everything combined, putting it in your hair is the easiest thing that you have to do once all of that is set. I do advise getting a pair of gloves, towel, maybe something to put on the floor underneath you, maybe even wearing, you know, a shirt or outfit that you do not care about, because it can get very, very messy. The clay will get everywhere. As careful as you think you may be, it just will become a messy process. So, and you'll see here how it get a little bit messy, but just to give full disclosure. Now, I like to do clay mask once a month in replacement of a regular wash or shampoo wash. And I typically don't use shampoo unless I'm just trying out new products. I like to just use my African black soap shampoo that I DIY. I have a video for that as well. But I like to do this once a month just to kind of reset and refresh my hair and get a nice detox for my scalp, and, you know, unclog any of those follicles and strands that may have had a lot of product buildup on them. So once my hair is fully coated with the clay mask, I like to let it sit for a bit under a plastic cap. It is kind of a conditioning process. I wouldn't let it sit for more than 45 minutes if you can help it. You don't want it to dry out your hair too much, but you should be doing a deep condition after this is applied and rinsed out. So that will help reduce any dryness that you may feel after using the clay. But you should notice some elongation with your curls, and also notice a little bit more softness with your hair after you've rinsed the clay out. This is something that you will want to make sure you thoroughly rinse out of your hair. If you do feel like you need a cleansing wash with a light, you know, sulfate-free shampoo afterwards, I would definitely suggest that you do so. There's nothing like rinsing this clay out and then checking your hair to find that you still have bits of clay or, you know, dry clay bits on your scalp after all that work is done. So if you feel the need to do so, I like to, sometimes I'll go in with my African black soap afterwards to make sure I got everything out. My hair is still left feeling soft, very light and airy, refreshed, you know, clarified, but not stripped. Regular clay masks have been a game changer, definitely, in my hair care regimen. I highly recommend them. If you do not want to DIY yours, you can always buy over-the-counter versions. There are many natural hair companies now that have their own version of a clay wash, and I highly suggest this if you are looking for Ayurvedic hair care option. And that's my time, natural beauties. Thank you so much as always for clicking on this video. Please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. As always, live out loud, own your truth, and let your light shine. Bye.